As the hands of the clock spin relentlessly forward, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of a technological age where the simple touch of a button can have a pizza delivered to our doorstep or a ride summoned to our location. While these conveniences have undeniably made our lives more comfortable, one can't help but long for a slower, simpler time. A time when the art of frugality wasn't just a trendy buzzword, but an ingrained part of life itself. Imagine, if you will, the heartwarming image of a time when folks knew the true value of a dollar and the real meaning of satisfaction. Picture a time when families didn't just eat together, but cooked together, worked together, laughed and told stories together. A time when clothes fluttered on the line under the big open sky and meals were prepared with whatever was available in the pantry. A time when communities thrived on shared labor and evenings were filled with the warm laughter of card games rather than the blue glow of television screens. These were the days when being resourceful wasn't a choice. It was a way of life. Frugality was worn like a badge of honor, not because of its trendiness, but because of the practicality it represented. As we navigate through our fast-paced, consumer-driven lives, it may be worth revisiting these quaint, old-fashioned frugal habits that echo the nostalgic simplicity of bygone eras. In this video, we will delve into 10 such pearls of wisdom from the past, timeless tips that our grandparents and great-grandparents used to not only survive, but thrive. These frugal living tips are a testament to their ingenuity, their resilience, and their respect for the world around them. They are a gentle reminder that often, less is more, and the path to a fulfilling life can be found not in the grandeur of excess, but in the charming simplicity of frugality. Number 1. Dry your clothes outside, then put them in the dryer for 5 minutes to remove wrinkles. There was a timeless charm in seeing a line of freshly laundered clothes billowing in the gentle summer breeze. Not only did this save on energy costs, but it also provided a freshness unmatched by any dryer. A quick tumble in the dryer afterward perfectly smoothed out any stubborn wrinkles. Number 2. Never wash a partial load of laundry. When we recall the days of washboards and clotheslines, the notion of running a partial load of laundry would have been seen as utter folly. Water was often hand-drawn and heated over a fire. Soap was homemade and laboriously crafted. Each laundry day was a significant undertaking that required careful planning and full utilization of resources. In those times, it was unthinkable to wash until every last piece of clothing was gathered and sorted. Doing laundry was about practicality, about efficiency, about making the most out of every wash and rinse. A half-empty laundry drum would have been a sad sight indeed, an unnecessary waste of precious resources. This old-fashioned ethos can still ring true today, especially in an era increasingly conscious of its environmental footprint. By only washing full loads, we save water and energy, reduce wear and tear on our appliances, and take a small step towards a more sustainable lifestyle. It's a simple practice that carries with it the wisdom of the past and the promise for a more mindful future. Number 3. Put a towel and dryer balls in the dryer with your clothes when drying. The humming of the dryer was less common in the past, but when used, a simple fluffy towel and woolen dryer balls could significantly reduce the drying time. They worked like old-time magic, absorbing excess moisture and fluffing the clothes. In addition to this, set your dryer to 10 minutes less than you think it would take to dry your clothes. You'll be surprised how much quicker your clothes dry with a towel and dryer ball in there with them. Number 4. Shop your pantry, fridge, and freezer before going to the store. Remember the days when folks made the most of what they had? The pantry was the first grocery store. A look inside would stir up creativity, transforming a can of beans, some potatoes, and that leftover roast into a hearty stew. There's nothing worse than getting to the grocery store and not being able to remember if you have any garlic. You don't want to buy something you already have at home, but at the same time, you don't want to be out of garlic after you just went to the grocery store. If you shop the food you have at home before you leave, you'll know exactly what you have and need. Number 5. Go to the grocery store on a regular schedule. Trips to the store were a planned event, often tied to market days or paydays. It was about making a list, checking it twice, and avoiding impulse buys. This tried-and-true method kept the larder stocked and the budget in check. Don't go to the store just because you need one item. Once every 2 weeks or once a month, go as infrequently as you can and stick to a schedule. Number 6. Don't waste leftovers. In the olden days, wasting food was seen not merely as an economic economic misstep but a sin against the labor of the land and the hands that harvested it. Leftovers were not scraps to be tossed out, but culinary opportunities to be seized. A bit of roast chicken from Sunday's dinner, the remnants of garden vegetables, some stale bread, all would find a new life and purpose in a hearty pot of soup bubbling over the hearth. Stale bread could be magically transformed into delicious bread pudding, while overripe fruits were destined to become a tantalizing pie or jam. There was an art to ensuring no morsel was wasted, an art that brought creativity to the kitchen and warmth to the dining table. It echoed a time when people understood the true value of food, not just as sustenance but as a precious gift from the land. This practice of reimagining leftovers is not just a nostalgic nod to frugality, it's a sustainable habit that reduces waste and respects the resources it took to bring that food to our table. It's a practice that, even today, can remind us to honor our blessings, no matter how small they might seem. Number 7. Enjoy yourself and the company of others with good old-fashioned activities like playing cards, sitting on the couch, playing piano, or telling stories. In a time before screen-dominated entertainment, people found joy in the simpler pastimes, playing cards around the table, sharing tales by the firelight, or creating music in the parlor. These moments created laughter and memories, all without costing a penny. In the golden glow of the kerosene lamp, hands were dealt, tales spun, and melodies born. Card games weren't merely about winning or losing, they were an opportunity for camaraderie, for teasing and laughter, for instilling values like honesty, strategy, and acceptance of both victory and defeat. They sparked friendly rivalry and kindled deep connections, transforming mere acquaintances into family. Number 8. Grow your own fruits and vegetables. There's an enduring satisfaction to be found in tilling the soil and watching your efforts sprout to life. Homegrown produce is a testament to self-sufficiency, a harkening back to the victory gardens of yesteryears. The taste of a sun-warmed tomato fresh from your garden is a luxury money simply cannot buy. If you've never tasted tomatoes and cucumbers fresh from the garden, then that gives you even more of a reason to try this one. Simply slice up the tomatoes and cucumbers, put them in a bowl, and add some salt and vinegar for a delicious salad. Number 9. Go thrift shopping for furniture, home decorations, and clothes. Long before it was a trend, thrift shopping was a way of life. The joy of the hunt, the delight in finding a perfectly good wingback chair or a gently used winter coat, it's the echo of an era when reusing and repurposing was a necessity and a virtue. Thrift shopping was a cherished tradition, a testament to resourcefulness, and a nod to sustainable living. The local thrift store, rummage sale, or flea market was akin to a treasure trove, offering a myriad of second-hand goods, each with its own history and charm. The thrill lay not only in the hunt, but also in the unexpected. One could never predict what they'd find. A slightly tarnished but perfectly usable silverware set, a charmingly faded antique rug, or perhaps a quaint old book filled with wisdom of the past. Number 10. Eat dinner as a family. You'll always save money when everyone eats together and shares one meal instead of each individual creating one thing. On top of that, you get to share priceless memories together and build a stronger bond as a family. The dining table was once the heart of the home, where meals were savored, stories swapped, and bonds strengthened. Despite the day's hardships, the family dinner was a sacred time of togetherness and reflection. It remains a tradition worth preserving, a daily reunion that feeds both body and soul. As we close the pages of this nostalgic journey, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of a world speeding forward and a past that beckons us with its wisdom and simplicity. Even though the world around us continues to evolve at a breathtaking pace, the age-old adages of our forebears still ring true today, proving that some things are indeed timeless. Stay tuned, as up next, I'm going to show you 10 things I do every day to save money and live a frugal life.